Hi everyone, I'm Josh Taylor, Unified Super Lightweight World Champion, and these are my 5 favourite fights I've been involved in. My 5th favourite fight I've been involved in was my first title as a professional, which was winning the Commonwealth title against Dave Ryan. My 5th favourite, the reason why is because it was my first title as a professional. It was an amazing night. The Meadowbank Sports Arena was packed out, and it was the best arena and atmosphere I'd been involved in since I turned professional. So that was my 5th favourite fight. Dave Ryan, as you said, was known as a formidable opponent, very tough. Always gave people a very tough night's work, and he was a tough lad for anyone. And obviously I went in there and it was quite competitive for one or two rounds. But then once I got my claws into the fight, I took over, and I don't think anybody expected me to do that in such fashion as the way I did it, and so fast. So I think definitely that's when I started turning people's heads and taking notice of me. My 4th favourite fight, obviously I've got to say whipping Mahara Davis' ass. Hara Davis's backside, giving him a spanking. I thought that would have been up there at the top, but no, it's number 4. That was the second title I won as a professional. A lot of animosity, if I said that right, animosity?
Yeah.
Animosity, right, between the two of us. I didn't like him, he didn't like me. And he was a sort of bigger name, and sort of, again, I was the underdog to be, he was a man to beat, and he was the one with all the talking and all the hype around him. And again, I went out there and gave him an absolute whipping. And again, that fight sort of took me up to the next level again. And people then started taking me more seriously and as a talented fighter. So yeah, I would say that was definitely enjoyable. I always knew in the bottom of my heart, like before the fight even got made, like they were talking about next opponent. I said to Barry and Shane, I says, get that fight made now. And they were sort of like, really? Like, do you want to wait a wee bit longer? I says, no, get it made now, because I knew I was levels above him. I knew I was going to punch him about the ring, So it was no surprise to me at all, and everybody around me at the time knew it as well. So we just knew that there was only going to be one winner, and it was me. So obviously, as people who didn't really know boxing, or maybe people that spent time around O'Hara Davis and hadn't really seen me, then they maybe thought it was going to be a 50-50 fight. But if you ask most of the boxers around the UK circuit, they would have said me. So no, I wasn't surprised that anybody sort of thought about that. No, I just knew it wasn't going to happen. So no, I wasn't surprised. Again, it's sort of kind of going in order as the way my careers went. But the third fight is gonna have to be Victor Postol, because he taught me a hell of a lot in that fight. I was still very fresh in the game, very green and very eager to get to the top. Thought that it was almost the finish article, but obviously we got in there, learnt a few things. He was very awkward, he was very experienced, and and he taught me a few things there. In that camp, especially in that camp, my mentality in the camp, I was always, you've got to win every second, every round. You've got to throw more punches as everybody else on the bags. You've got to do this. You've got to win at everything, and put a lot of pressure on myself to win that fight, because I felt I needed to prove not only to myself but to everybody else as well that I was world class. Because every fight that I'd been involved in, I was sort of the sort of underdog, the guy coming through and not really expected to do the job properly, and kept blowing everybody else away. But their expectations, but not my expectations. I always knew I could do it. So I put pressure on myself to not only win that fight but impress. And it kind of showed in my performance a little bit, sort of tightening up and trying to knock him out, and being a bit too tense. But I learned a hell of a lot in there, and so I've got to thank Victor Postol for that now, because I believe if I hadn't had that test then, I'd have still maybe not answered some of the questions. But it was a great fight for me and great experience. it was a world title eliminator, so it was either a shot at Ramirez or going into that tournament, you know. So I knew the stakes were high, and I knew I was going to be putting a lot of pressure on myself, and I put a wee bit too much pressure on myself. So I've learned from that now. You know, I've learned just to enjoy the camps, which I always just enjoyed the camps, but I was always like, you got to do this, do that, and be 100% all the time. If you have a day off, if you have an off day, you have an off day. It's just a bad day. But as long as you give it your best on that off day, then that's all you can do. But like I've learned so much. I'm so much more relaxed now during my camps, and I've got a wee bit more experience, and that's due to that fight in that camp. It's actually on a par, obviously, with the last one. But my second favourite fight has got to be winning the world title against Ivan Baranchek. You know, that realising a lifelong dream to become a world champion. All that years of hard work, dedication and grafting, and you know, just all the years of misery, having no money and struggling to get to the gym and that for years, and just a sort of almost childhood dream almost coming true. You know, years of hard work and dedication finally coming true. So that was the best night in my boxing career up until that point. So yeah, 100%. And then the fight itself was all action and good as well. Had a pretty exciting fight as well. So yeah, it was a good fight, good night. No, obviously, it's no surprises. So it's obviously the last fight there against Progress, becoming unified world champion. Always believed I would become world champion, but like to become unified world champion and undisputed world champion, hopefully, which I've got the potential to do in the next couple of fights, is just, I always believed I'd become world champion, but I always thought being undisputed world champion is a wee bit far fetched, But I'm within touching distance of it now. I can almost smell it, and it's almost there. So this last fight there, becoming unified world champion, is icing on the cake up until this point. It's been the best night of my career so far, and the best fight. Great fight as well. We've got fight of the year and all that stuff as well. So I'm pretty pleased with the way my career's unfolded since I've turned pro, and at a rapid rate as well. So I'm proud of myself. And the belts arrived, and it was like, there's the fruits of your labour there. And then I watched the fight back, and it sunk in then, saying, I've done, look what I've done. Like, I'm so proud of myself, So it's went from, like you said, 0 to 100 real quick, and hopefully it's just the start of many big things to come, and hopefully it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Another few big fights, move up to 147, chase one or two big fights there, and then hopefully retire while I've still got my faculties and relatively good looks about me,